One of the first things that people notice about Rachel is her smile. In fact, she's known for her smile. Everybody comments on it. It makes her very approachable by other kids because she's so willing to find something funny. She has a wonderful sense of humor. However, Rachel has cerebral palsy, and she thinks the first thing people see is her wheelchair. Rachel's dad called us because he was concerned that she was beginning to shut herself down. She wasn't as likely to want to go and do things as she had when she was younger. She was becoming more self-conscious about being different. And so he was concerned that she was not going to progress, mature, as she ought to. We did see the regression happening, and we did see more negativity until we were able to find an advocate. And since she has met her advocate, I have not heard her once say she couldn't do something or she didn't want to do something. In fact, they've only been together about 6 weeks, and it's been sometimes a little overwhelming for her. It's like her life is just, the doors that had been closed have opened, and she's almost not sure how to handle that. There's a sense that she thinks that at any moment that's going to stop. And her advocate has assured her it's not going to stop, and just keep moving, keep going forward.
I don't look at Rachel as a kid with a difficulty. To me, Rachel's a kid, and she needs the same thing everybody else does, whether it be built in self-esteem or to try new things, to have friends to talk to, and I just want to be able to provide as much as I can for her.
Her advocate is her scout leader, and her advocate helped the other girls to realize that she is not Rachel in a wheelchair. She's Rachel, who's another scout like the rest of them. She wanted to go to camp with the other Girl Scouts. There was a problem with being able to find transportation for her. So through the Red Cross, we were able to put together some drivers who volunteered to take her as well as bring her back each of the 4 days that she went.
Rachel had a great time at camp, lots of laughs. Friday came, didn't want to go home. I think she grew a lot, tried some new things. She even did archery, which was just amazing. It was great.
The neat thing about the relationship between Jenny and Rachel is that they exemplify what we hope will happen in relationships. We always hope that advocates will help their partners develop a community of support. It could be through their peers, it could be through their neighbors, it could be through extended family. And in this case, in just such a short time, it's already happening.
Citizens advocacy has been one of the the most positive thing that's ever happened to her in her life. It's opened up a lot of new avenues, and it's made her life more complete.
Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. Circles round, it has no end. That's how long I want to be your friend. Make new friends.
We knew of Adam, and in getting to know him, learned that he was having some real problems. He was being seen as a troublemaker. He was having trouble at school. He was having trouble at home. And life did not look real good for him. And about the same time that we were picturing this ideal advocate for Adam, we learned about Joanne from the Volunteer Center. And she had a full life herself, but the little piece of her life that she felt might have been missing as a young person, that she could really make a difference for.
Adam is a typical 15-year-old. He likes girls just like other 15-year-olds like girls. He likes to cruise around with the windows open and the radio full blast and dance in the car. Adam never had a bike, and he told me he always wanted a bike. Whenever we go someplace, we'd see other little boys and girls driving bikes, and he always said, "Where's my bike?" Well, we found one at a rummage sale, and that's a very important part of his life. No one can touch that bike. That's his bike. He calls it a motorcycle. He has a coaster wagon or a wheelbarrow, whatever he feels like he wants to use in that day. and the apples fall off the tree, and he picks them up and feeds the pigs and the sheep, and he likes to throw them like he's playing baseball.
They've made a real big difference with each other. Adam now, his world has been really opened up. He's doing better in school, he's doing better at home. I think Joanne has had a piece of her heart filled with Adam. She has seen the changes that she's been able to make for him. Washington County is benefiting from the contributions that Adam will be able to make as Joanne and Adam dream about where could Adam work, where could the things that he's really good at be included in this community.
Way supports people who support others. Listen to this story about John and Alan, two friends who have made one another's lives worth living.
I was referred to the citizen advocacy through an ex-coworker of mine. She has some involvement with the agency, and they called me, asked me to come down for an interview. Lisa Pulte then talked to me. They did a background check on me. And then I met Alan and I met his mother, and I decided to take him on as an advocate. He's a resident of our Samaritan home here in West Bend. He's been there since the age of 15. He's now 50-some years old, and he's had advocates in the past. Generally, he's just a pretty nice guy. I try to let him experience a little bit of the outside world, like sunshine, the trees, the birds, and such. Of course, it's made me appreciate my life more, and I feel that any enhancement I can bring to him, whatever small level that might take on, to make his life experience a little better, I feel that that's now my responsibility. It matters the most probably for Alan to have someone standing in his corner to maybe help him do some of these day-to-day things that have to be done to make his life a bit more pleasurable.
The Relationship Program helps support those who cannot advocate for themselves and builds lasting and rewarding friendships here in Washington County. Your support, when it matters most, makes it all possible.